Welcome to 108 Gate. This is Aquarius reading for whenever you come to it or wherever it is in your chart. So Aquarius, hope you are well. Here we go. There's a bit of a silence. There's a bit of a it's like a reluctance to say something. There's a I'm going to step closer to something, but I'm not going to let them know how I'm getting closer. A bit of a strange vibe. So it's like you're tiptoeing towards something, and you're not going to catch it or anything like that. But it's as if like a cat, like kind of taking their steps forward towards something really, really slowly, really delicately. Because you don't want to upset something. You're not walking on eggshells, but you are taking very, very particular. Oh, there's another card underneath. But taking very particular steps and movements forward. Like you don't want to shock or alarm someone or something. You're very particular in how you're speaking. So it's taken a lot of strength to do this, which is kind of a strange sensation. So maybe it's new to you. Maybe you're a bit more bold and a bit more just gung-ho and go in and think later kind of deal. But it's like the strength is taking for you to just slow things right down and be more considerate about how you're doing things, why you're doing things. It is going to pay off, or you feel like it should pay off, or you feel like this is the way to invest forward. But there's something not quite adding up here. So, and as I'm saying that, I'm being drawn to that infinity sign above her head. So kind of that feeling of what goes out comes in, the ebb and flow of things. So whatever you karmically accumulate, hopefully if it's great stuff, you're karmically also going to be receiving that. But this possibly could be that you have karmically accumulated something that's not so favorable in the past, and this is why now you're having to pull out on your strength. You're having to pull into your strength, in and out. You're having to rely on a strength that you haven't really exercised before, and you didn't quite know that you had it in you. So you're not quite sure how to navigate this, but you know what, Aquarius, I think when you have something in mind that you want to do, you can do it. It's just a matter of staying dedicated to it. And the thing is, when it's something of great importance, you'll do it regardless. It's just the thing is, it feels as though, if I'm being truthful with the energy, which why wouldn't I be, it feels as though you've accumulated some strange karmic stuff here. You've got some strange karmic energy. So it's like I can see him looking off into this is how it's going to be, this is how I'm going to do it, this is why I'm taking this approach. But the thing is, it's like, is this the approach you actually need, or are you just assuming it, and then therefore you're carrying it out this way, you're executing it in this way without actually considering what the other person is seeing, without understanding what the other person is feeling. So it's quite an interesting energy. Maybe another way of doing it would be to actually have that communication rather than assuming, or you might not want to. There's definitely, like I said earlier, there's definitely something karmic in there. Now the devil's showing up, it feels as though there's a sense of stubbornness. There's a sense of, I'm doing it this way because I'm doing it this way, and I am going to do it this way because you're going to have to deal with me doing it this way. So there is some kind of misunderstanding. I can't even say that, because it's not that it's misunderstood, it's just your approach is not fitting what's required right now. So going forward in this way, it's literally going to be bringing up the head of karmic situations, which you have the opportunity now to either process or like you're going to be fueling it to actually increase into a different kind of problem, creating a different kind of problem. So you have to be really careful with this, Aquarius. You do have Pluto ebbing and flowing, back in and out of Aquarius. So at the moment, I think at the time of this reading, which you can still utilize the energy of, it's back in Pluto for a little while, ready to come permanently into Aquarius. So this could be this Pluto influence of things are going to change, things are going to shift regardless of how you, Aquarius, want it to happen. You are not going to be digging this, you're not going to be particularly comfortable with this, but it is what it is. So there's certain images, there's certain perspectives, there's certain things that you need to walk away from, because your emotions aren't exactly indicating the truth of a situation. So it's like you're commanding your emotions to feel in a particular way. Like if someone says you look a bit sad, so no, I'm fine and everything's fine and everything's this and that, so then you plant that look on your face, but your eyes are speaking something different. It's not adding up, you're not adding up at the moment. And as much as you think you're doing a great job of masking these emotions and hiding these emotions, those who are clearly near and dear to you are able to see this, they're able to sense it. Don't push these people away just because you can't be, I'm not going to say it that way, just because you don't want to deal with your emotions, or you're too scared to, or you're too hesitant to actually face the truth of your emotions. Don't let this be a thing that pushes you away from that which is of importance to you, because once it's gone, it's gone. And I think this is possibly why you're thinking, I'm going to do it this way because I know it's the best way. The thing is, the reason you're doing certain things is because you know you can control it in a particular way. You know you can control certain outcomes, certain situations in a very calculated, a very specific way. But this might not be asking for that. This might be asking for you to have some consideration of others, some consideration of what is this going to do to another person, what is this going to do to the group that you may be involved with, what is this going to do to the community, what are you going to be doing to your household, what are you going to be doing to yourself. Because although you feel like you have control, therefore it's going to be good for me, not necessarily so. This may actually be asking you to let go of control. High Priestess coming in, asking for that higher perspective, looking to that higher perspective, asking for guidance from that higher perspective. Let go of the control, let go of the assuming it has to be a particular outcome, let go of assuming it's going to be a particular way, because in truth, I don't think it's going to be the way that you want it to be. But this is why, again, you have to come to this strength, come to that space of like, I'm going to do this in a different way because I need to. I'm going to do this in a different way because I have to. And let it be. King of Swords says it all. The clarity of this is going to inform you of how to step forward. Not because you want to, but because this is what the situation requires. This is what the situation is asking for. So for you to actually take some consideration of that, take some consideration of what is required by all involved here, you're going to be coming across a lot more cooperative, you're going to be coming across a lot more considerate, you're going to come across a lot more, a lot less of that. Whoa, that's, wow, okay. So it does feel like we're going back to that energy again. You just simply don't know how to operate on a different level. You don't, when it's coming to this situation, you don't know how to operate with this in mind. So you are feeling stuck. You are feeling that no matter what you do, you just keep creating conflict. No matter what you don't do, you're creating conflict. So the difference is, how are you holding on to the control of the situation? How are you letting go of the control of the situation? As you let go of the control of the situation, you might have a space in your emotions, a space in your mind to let the solutions to actually come in. You can't fight this with doing it the same way as before. Invest in a new perspective, invest in a new way of doing things. So as I'm seeing this here, it looks like he's looking up to the moon. It's far away, it's so far away that he can't touch it. But then it's like, if you're looking up to it, you can touch it. You've got to start small, start really, really small, making those tweaks to your emotions, start feeling your emotions, start acknowledging your emotions, start acknowledging the truth of your emotions, as opposed to trying to make it something it's not. Cards are flying out with this deck. Right, so again, you are in a position where you've really got a chance to either make it easier on yourself or not. And at the moment, it feels like you're not making things easier for yourself. So what do you do with that, Aquarius? Take your time. Be brave. Use the strength of knowing that you have the ability to change things if you stop trying to control things. So for now, please do subscribe, hit the bell, and until next time, Aquarius, lots of peace and love.